Hello and welcome to this new episode of the Everyday DJ Show, episode 28, I believe. Today we are going to discuss about something that's happening right now. Basically, it's going to the right platform at the right time. So stay tuned if you want to know what I mean by that. The basic principle is that, social media is something that never stay the same, A few years before that was Facebook that runs the rule, now it's more Instagram, and I'm starting to see some platforms that are starting to become big or that are giving great results, and I really want to share with you guys what I am seeing right now, which is really interesting, is the rise of TikTok. I've seen LinkedIn a bit, but it's not so obvious, but TikTok is definitely obvious. I'm seeing tens of people that are starting to get real big following on that and a lot of attention, of engagement. And basically I want to go back to a role I used to do, which I've got from Gabriel, that helps me a lot to having my social media strategy on point while knowing where I need to focus my effort the most. So what I used to do is to basically being everywhere, to know a bit of everything on any platforms. Doing a bit of Snapchat, of Facebook, of YouTube, of Instagram, pretty much everything. Or at least I try to do my best to do as much thing as I can. After that, when I see something which is interesting, which catches my eyes, I'm starting to be like, okay, should I focus more on this one? And basically it's more like, I don't know if you know this rule, which is the 80-20 rule. Basically focus pretty much all your time to the things that gives you the most back. That's the same principle I want to use, but I didn't found really the platform that was like, okay, that's the one I'm gonna focus the most on. I was like a bit of gonna do a bit of Instagram, a bit of YouTube and LinkedIn, because that's the one I guess will be the more profitable for me, but I was not like, okay, this platform is definitely the best. I didn't find that one, but I'm starting to see TikTok has a lot of potential. This is not something that is maybe built for me, because I'm by nature a bit of a shy guy, a timid person, but I started to become different, more enthusiastic, more energetic. As I can see, I'm starting to try to give more energy to my videos. That's because I'm starting to be more confident and really enjoying the fact of doing it bigger. That's it. And I think so. I wasn't putting that much attention to TikTok or Musical.ly in the past, because I found that wasn't the right kind of platforms for me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to it later and do a bit of content later, because I think it won't work for me. But right now it seems really interesting, and when you're on a race to get as much engagement, as much attention as you can, every way you can use is good to take. And I've played just a little bit with this platform, with TikTok. I started to post the same content that I post on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and it doesn't perform well. But when I started to post a little bit of photos, because as you may know, I'm doing photos and videos, like more cinematic stuff, and I want to build companies around that. But yeah, I started to display that, and I found it had much more engagement. The only time I just posted a series of photos, 3 photos, it got 5 times more engagement that I had with the other pieces of content I put before. And I have a one that I've done for a friend, which is Jonathan, and this guy, I've done a shoot with him and I've done a cinematograph. Basically, if you don't know, that's between the video and the photo. That's a series of photos, but you see that's a series of photos, that's not a film. I'm gonna maybe display that piece of content to you. It will be much easier to understand. So now that you see what it is, basically I paused that thing and I felt that this thing had a great potential on TikTok. I don't know why, because I play with music a bit, I play with the rhythm, and I felt like that was an interesting piece of content for TikTok. I posted, and yes, actually normally let's share a bit of numbers so you can understand more. The posts I do on Instagram, Facebook and all of that, they've done around like 10 views and pretty much no likes. The few photos I've posted, like the 3 photos in a row, I've got around 50 views and a few likes, and this one I think actually it had around 160 views and I think 5 or 6 likes. So I'm starting to pretty much understand what is the kind of content needed to this platform, and it helped me realize something. Is that you can batch content and post it on all platforms, but you got to make the piece of content the most suited for the platform that you posted it on. Because you can't post something you will post on LinkedIn to TikTok. That's basically not the same kind of content as you may see on LinkedIn. It's more serious business things to help people to get to more business results. TikTok is like more fun, energetic things like, wow, this is something eye-catching and that entertains you at the extreme. Instagram is more for, I believe that's my simple thoughts on the subject, but Instagram is more showing highlights, thing that people would like to see. Facebook is more like, I would say a news feed, like you want to know how your friends are going and you want to know a few things to be like, oh, that's interesting. YouTube is more search engine. Twitter I don't really know, but I believe from what I say it's something which is more to have conversations with people. So yeah, when you have to know what you need to use the platform for. When you don't know that, you have to adapt the piece of content that you do. Because basically what I do is create a piece of content, a big piece of content, which is generally my video. After that, I take the audio, I put it on the podcast. What I normally do, if I have some interesting clips, interesting moments I have in this video, I cut them and post them on other social media platforms. But this has a limit. You can only do so much with that piece of content. I believe at the best that you can do pretty much every platform with that piece of content, but that's not especially true. Because people have different mindsets when they are going through different apps, and you have to really understand that to be like, okay, this person wants to see that when he's here, I need to deliver that thing to him. That's the goal, because if you don't, they won't be interested by a piece of content. So something I will focus more right now is to do more native piece of content for each platforms, to try to do things that is not algorithm wise, but it is more people mindset wise. What I mean is that I just want to deliver what people want to see. That's as simple as that. When you know their needs and give it to them, you can't go wrong. You have to give it to them. So yeah, I will try to be more creative, more original, and really try to understand what is the thing that will help me to get on top of each platform, because I want to do big things, and I want to understand what people want on each platform. So I'm going to try to think more about doing other pieces of content that already this video, maybe this. I think I will do a few principal big pieces of content. I'm thinking about doing the video that I will post the audio on the podcast and use as always the little moments of it that I think are interesting on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. After that, I may do original pieces of content for LinkedIn. I believe videos, photos, but most of all, also blog posts. I will also post on Medium and other blogging and writing platforms. And I will also post native pieces of content for TikTok, because those, like, I think LinkedIn and TikTok are two extremes. You can't, if you want to make them work as best, you need to create pieces of content that are relevant for them. You can't be like, okay, I'm gonna post that on LinkedIn and TikTok. They are two different, and you've got to do something especially for those. But if you understand well and your piece of content is great, you can only do well. And I believe I'm gonna focus more on TikTok because I want to grab the attention, because everything is temporary. Like for now, Instagram is at its best, but maybe in like 3 years it won't. And we already started to see engagement drop. That's not something which is like warning you should go off from Instagram. I don't mean that at all. But what I mean is that you can't get as much engagement and take as much advantage from Instagram, YouTube, or any platform than TikTok right now. That's obvious. So if you want to get results that you may not have with YouTube or any other platform, I don't know which one you were in, I would advise you to go on TikTok and really starting to be serious and understanding the platform, because I really believe that in the next months, year, I don't know how long it will be, but I will make sure that I take advantage of this era. So I really encourage you to do the same thing. I hope this episode of the Everyday DJ helped you in any way. If so, give me a comment, a like. That's always good to let and to receive, of course. And I hope I delivered you as much value as I can and you took something out of it. Hope it helped you in any way, and I see you on the next one. Goodbye.